Is my life worth forgetting or worth remembering? He's not even worth remembering. Imagine that verdict rendered on your life. That when all is said and done, you were just Mr. It's scary. Because don't we all want our lives to matter? Don't we want our lives to count? Don't we want to be remembered? It's just, I don't want my life to be wasted. I don't want to live a pointless life. If you've ever read through the book of Ecclesiastes, you know that one of the things that the human soul struggles with most is this fear that life is meaningless, that my life is meaningless. And that is the verdict rendered against this nearer kinsman. His life is worth forgetting. It's the way we reflect our Redeemer. And so ask, who am I? Am I somebody who has been transformed by the grace of God, that I will risk it all at the leading of the Holy Spirit? Or am I Mr. So-and-so, someone who cares more about the things of this earth, someone whose name is not even worth remembering? We see that Jesus is the true and better Elimelech, who went into exile outside the city, but not because of his own sinful choices, but for ours. Jesus is the true and better Bethlehem, who is not just the house of bread, but is himself the bread of life, in whom we never hunger or thirst anymore. Jesus is the true and better Ruth, who pledged his entire life to those to whom he had no obligation. Jesus is the true and better Ruth, who obediently submitted himself to the will of the Father to obtain redemption, not for himself, but for others. Jesus is the true and better Boaz, who looked upon all the helpless and oppressed and gave them the right to be sons and daughters. Jesus is the true and better Boaz, who took every risk upon himself, sacrificed an extraordinary cost in his own death to purchase us from alienation and to redeem us. And he says, die to that old way of life. Die to that way of life that is not worth remembering, and receive a life that is worth remembering. His life, that Christ would abide in us and abide through us, that we would be reflections of simply who he is.